I'm Tony Howerton.
I'm Denise Howerton.
And we've been at FBCBA for 21 years. We've been at our church prior to that for about 13 years, and we're looking around for a place new. And of all the churches that we visited, it was the place we felt more like we were at home.
We had a place to serve.
Which was important to us. Well, I think for Denise, it's always been important to be a part of the music in some fashion or form. We both served on various committees, and I've worked there with missions, and so we've kind of been there throughout the time where that's grown from us really just getting started to being in multiple countries and in multiple relationships locally and throughout the U.S. And so just watching that whole thing grow and realize that God is on the move in many places and in many cultures and in many governments. He is not only capable of working in ours and through ours, but he's capable of working in any situation.
I think it's important. I think that's our call. That's what God has asked us to do, is go and tell the world, or tell your neighbor, or tell whoever, anyone who doesn't know Jesus, that they need to know Jesus.
You can't live your Christian life laterally. You're either moving up or you're moving down. You know, that's the great challenge, though, I think, for our church in the coming days. And I think it's the great challenge for many pastors who lead churches around the country, is not whether or not they're capable of leading or whether they're God's person to do so, but whether or not the people are willing to follow.
We have to take the step outside the walls of our little box that we build around ourselves and welcome people and let other people know that we're glad that they're there, invite people instead of just sitting in our little group of acquaintances or knowledge of people. We got to make that step.
You know, I think most people in their lifetime want to do something great. And I think we have a God who wants to do something great through us. The question is whether or not we'll move past ourselves enough to do it, whether that be in our giving, whether that be in our serving, or just in our living sacrifice. And I think our church has seen that in the past. We have a lot of new people that haven't experienced that yet. And so I think for those of us who have been there a long time, we have to be willing to demonstrate that and hope that God will move them in such a way that they'll be able to experience those same things.
What excites me about the Greater Still Initiative and the future of our church is the potential. This city is full of people that need Jesus. This city is full of people that want to be a part of something, and whether it's great or wonderful or exciting, it's just us that is going to be able to include them. And I think that with this Greater Still Initiative, we're getting a space that is going to be able to accommodate that. We're getting the opportunity to visit a city that is going to be open to your participation. And I think that if we, as a body of believers, can open our minds and hearts to Jesus and let him work through us to do what he wants us to do, then I think that the potential is whatever God has in store for us. Because if we're just to obey what he wants, then whatever it is that he has in mind for us, it can't fail, because he's the one in control of everything.
It's just more opportunity to take the gospel forward. And for me, it's just like we often read in Scripture, God would set something in front of his people. If they were willing to take this step, there were already steps planned past that. To me, the Greater Still Initiative is just that. It's the initiative to do things greater still.